Hello and welcome to another First Descended video. So it seems there is a bit of a debate regarding using Contagion as the Transcendent mod on Freyna's builds or Venom Synthesis. And I just saw Moxie's video. He also made a video addressing this because it seems like it's a bit of a bigger debate in the community. Now, in my opinion, what I feel is it's down to your playstyle, how you play. Because I went and watched the whole video from Moxie, and he also came to the same conclusion: is how you want to play. I noticed his way of playing is completely different to mine. So his way is basically rushing in, a lot of key presses and things like that. My playstyle is completely different. I'm more laid back. I'm sort of hanging back, fewer key presses. I'm not in a rush. So what I wanted to discuss in this video, because I had also recorded both of the mods yesterday, Venom Synthesis versus Contagion, in the same video, and I was about to put it towards the end of my build video as well, but I decided to skip that because the video was already pretty long, and I included a very short clip of comparison between the two. And I also got a couple of comments based on that. So basically, it's just down to your playstyle, your preference, and I also don't like to put too much power simply because it's not needed in a lot of cases. However, it doesn't hurt if it's not taking away from other things. I have made some tweaks to my build from yesterday, but I want to show this video, because this is what I used as the basis of research. So even though today I've spent some time farming reactors and things like that to change a few things, but I'll still show you this because this is what I used. So basically, we had Magister Lab and Seed Vault yesterday in the Invasion 400%, and I used Magister Lab because it's shorter. So you can see 400%. We get more toxic skill power though. That is why this will feel better. But again, we are testing it Freyna versus Freyna, so it doesn't matter. So now let me just make a note of the time, because I literally did not check the time. That's basically how I play. So in my video here, I'm at 4 minutes exactly. 4 minutes 3 seconds. Okay, 4 minutes 3 seconds is when I start this one. You can see here, I'm not rushing into the enemies, and one of the reasons is I don't like taking too much damage. Also, I have 14,000 health here. Moxie was running with about 22,000 if I recall. So I did not build too much health into it because I was trying to squeeze out every other thing. So like mods like Battle of Stamina, I was using that for health instead of using something like HP amplification, even though I wasn't getting as much health. So I was being a little more careful. See, I'm just standing here and occasionally throwing my Qs. So you can see here, the enemies are dying. So fewer key presses with Contagion. That's what I noticed. See, even here, this boss, I'm not pulling out my gun. I'm just using my Qs. I could have used my ultimate here, but I decided not to. So yeah, beyond this, we just throw the Q. The other thing with Contagion is you can throw your Q and the explosions go on quite in front of you, like a long way ahead of you. And so you end up like clearing it before you even turn a corner. So here again, we just throw the Q, and I threw another one there, and I think I threw another one. Yeah, I threw the third one, and that's it. This is done. So I'll just move on, because the main difference, I suppose, where you can see this is, so this one I already mentioned, so I was just waiting for that guy. I was also trying to see the effect and how long the Contagion and the explosions keep happening. So I was not trying to rush, and I was just trying to stand back and observe what we were doing here. So once again, I'm just hanging back. And now we just push into the boss room. And so in the boss room, yeah, just throw the portal down here, put another Q there, pull out your ultimate. Now see, this is why we need duration, because I want my gun, the ultimate, to have enough time to empty the 80 bullets or something in the magazine. You can see 24 bullets were still left because these two went into their immune phases. So yeah, I have to kill them. Now there is one moment where I went very close to losing, like dying, because my health was pretty low. So yeah, I think over here when we are fighting, I think Greg. No, this is the other one, Ledros. Okay, so yeah, we'll just finish this here. Yeah, this part here. So this is one of the reasons why I don't push in too much into enemies. You can see here I'm very low on health. You can see almost got knocked there. Well, I would have died because this is solo. Now we just move on, finish this guy here. And I'm just waiting to time this. 7:53. So 4:03 to 7:53. So that's 3 minutes and 53 seconds for this one. Now, later in the same video, I go into the Venom synthesis. So over here, we are starting Venom synthesis. In 10 minutes, 23 seconds is when this starts. You can see the trail at the back here. Now, what I noticed straight away, the difference between this one and the other one was I had to use the key presses a lot more. And you can see here, I'm taking a bit more hit. I'm actually walking through the enemies because I do want them to step into the puddles. And if you notice here, you'll see it's not a huge difference compared to Contagion. See, enemies, they walk in here. I'm still hanging back. I should be sort of rushing in and spreading the poison, but I don't have too much health to work with. So that's why I was hanging back. This is what I mean by a different playstyle. So again, I'm trying to be a little more safer and not lose my health. You can see here the explosions. It's not exploding in the same way, but it's still like everybody's just taking ticks and damages. So it sort of works the same way. Now up here, I think with these guys, I had to use my gun a little bit. No, I actually got it without the gun as well. I thought I used one gun. Anyway, so yeah, up until here, it's same. You have to constantly press your 3 to get the speed boost. And then I'll just move on because again, very similar around the corners here. You can see here. Again, very similar. You're not getting the explosions, but it looks the same to me. I mean, honestly, you are clearing the rooms with about the same, more or less, maybe a fraction of a second slower or faster. Does it really make much of a difference? Again, around the corner here, we should see a similar thing. Throw your Q there. Another Q. Again, I'm not walking into the enemies because I don't want to take damage and stuff. And also, it's harder to see your frame rate tank. So again, look at this. This compared to Contagion, it feels pretty much the same. See, all dead. And now we move on to the boss room. Now, this is where there is some benefit to Venom synthesis. And the main reason is you should be running around the circle and in the boss arena constantly. That will make it better for you because all these smaller enemies, you don't have to think about them because you'll be spreading your poison everywhere. They'll be walking around in it and getting knocked. In fact, you'll see one of the bosses will also get killed because of that. You can see here, Ledras, Wild Spirit, he's taking damage because he's stepping and walking into the in the footprints, toxic footprints. See, he's taking damage constantly. So you can strafe around, and I think this is maybe a little better for survivability here in against the bosses. So yeah, then I just try to kill them. But yeah, I did notice the benefit of Venom synthesis over here. Also notice he dies without me having to shoot at him because he's standing in the toxic footprint. So now let's just finish this and I'll look at the time here. Okay, 14, 45, 46, 47, 48. So 14:48, 10:23 to 14:48. So 4 minutes, 25 seconds. You can see here, I don't even check the times because that is not really important for me. So, but yeah, basically, if you want to be more laid back, at least if you play like me, Contagion works better. If you want to rush into fights and walk past, because that is how you should be playing Venom Synthesis, because you want your trails, the footprints to do some of the work. So that way it'll be faster. I think if you're going with Venom Synthesis, maybe add more health. With Contagion, you can maybe put less health and still do fine. So yeah, it depends largely on your playstyle. You notice here, like For me, Venom Synthesis was slower because I wasn't playing it the way it should be played. With Moxie, he was just rushing in and playing Contagion in the same way as Venom Synthesis. So again, at the end of the day, it's just down to how you like to play and your play style, your how much you want to use the guns. And in fact, with Venom Synthesis, the main thing I noticed was there was a lot more key pressing going on when I was using Venom Synthesis. With Contagion, it was much more easier, fewer key presses, more explosions. You can just stand back and admire the explosions. So yeah, that is basically it, really. I don't see why there is a huge debate. There's a lot of flexibility in how you want to play it. There is no right way. And as far as the damage and all those things are concerned, again, it depends how you want to play it. If you want to spam your abilities constantly, work with lower cooldown. If you want more power, you want to kill the enemies in one hit, try to add more power. It's just very flexible. And that is one of the reasons why I don't say best build or something. I said on my build something like clear dungeons quickly or something like that. Huge damage build, something I can't even remember the name on the thumbnail. But yeah, I was saying clear dungeons easily. I never claim to be like the best or like the fastest because again, there are so many variables here. It's all down to how you want to play it. So anyway, I'm really happy with how the things are in the game and how popped up Freyna is and how much fun it is. I have practically finished everything at the moment, so I've just been thinking of what to do next regarding this game, if I should check out some other games in the meanwhile, because I think next season, season 2 starts early December or something. So we have up until then to, do something, I guess. Anyway, hopefully this was a fun discussion. I'm really happy we have so much flexibility and variety in terms of how you want to play this game, and each of the builds are also offering similar different play styles and options for modding and things like that. So I'm really happy with this. But yeah, let me know which one you prefer: speed boost with Venom Synthesis, or you prefer Contagion and admiring the explosions. I suppose if you have lower end PC, you could maybe try Venom Synthesis and the explosions to tank your frame rate. So that is something I have noticed. So maybe that could also work into that, or maybe how you play the game. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. If you did, see you next time.